Thank you for taking the time out, Governor. My first question stems from you ordering and asking that an FIR be filed against Trinamool leader Kalyan Banerjee. Why? What is the basis of this FIR and your charge?
You see, there is a dictum. Howsoever high you think you are, the law is always above you. Here, the particular Honourable MP has violated various provisions of the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita, which implies exhorting people to mutiny in a riot, making hate speeches, undermining the dignity of the Constitution of India. These are serious charges which can earn imprisonment up to 7 years, and these are non-bailable offences. When the Honourable Member of Parliament said that the Governor is harbouring criminals in the Rajpavan and also supplying arms and ammunition and bombs to members of a particular political party, it is certainly a hate speech which has the potential of leading people to riot in the street. Therefore, it is my duty as Governor to re-establish the credibility of the Rajpavan before the people of Bengal. That is why these steps are taken.
Governor Bose, you've also ordered a search operation on your own premises, which is the Governor's house, Raj Bhavan, where you yourself took part in search operations. Was it for pure optics? Because that is what the TMC suggests.
See, when a falsehood is uttered, as Mark Twain said, when truth puts on the shoes, lie would have travelled half the way around, which is very true. People should know the truth. They have a right to know the truth. Therefore, I thought, let me order an order against my own actions. The central forces, the state forces, the dog squad and the bomb squad were invited to come to Rajpavan and conduct a thorough search of every nook and corner of the Rajpavan. The search was done in the presence of the media and the public. Nothing has been unearthed. Now the people know what is the naked truth. That was the intention of this unprecedented act.
But Governor Bose, on what the TMC suggests or says is that the Governor of West Bengal has never quite honoured the spirit of federalism, where the Governor's office has come down to being, played as a political actor. Now, these are allegations that have come from the incumbent Chief Minister as well as the government of TMC. Then that fine line between an institution and a government then gets blurred.
You see, the Governor's job is to be a friend, philosopher and guide to the people of the state. Governor goes by the Constitution of India and the rule of law. I have tried my level best to confine within the Constitution, within the rule of law. My personal equation with the Chief Minister is different, but I do not allow that to cloud my judgments or compromise on the matters of Constitution and the law. Therefore, I take the action which I deem fit under the law, under the Constitution of the country, to protect the interests of the people of Bengal.
Governor Bose, the allegation from the government of West Bengal is that the constitutional post that you hold is not being respected as a constitutional post, and you have become a political actor, where you resort to calling the Chief Minister of West Bengal the Lady Macbeth of Bengal. That is also a charge where the charge is that you have downgraded the office of a constitutional post of a governor and you have politicized it. Therefore, the back and forth that you see in the language of Mr. Kalyan Banerjee, the latest in that.
You see, to say that, comparing a person to Lady Macbeth is an insult. It is from Shakespeare. He is a writer who knows the truth of human life. He also said, misery makes strange bedfellows, and politics also makes strange bedfellows. The Governor and the Chief Minister need not necessarily be on the quarrelsome path. You know, I believe in fighting. Fight is for a cause. Quarrel is for ego. I avoid quarreling on the sake of ego. But fight will certainly continue. When I see that there is violation of the Constitution of India or the rule of law, I will certainly step in, and no personal relation will stand in the way.
Governor Bose, when you use the word Lady Macbeth of Bengal, you also said from here on you will not share any public platform with the Chief Minister of West Bengal. You know, where the institutional then became personal is the charge.
These are all old stories. After that, we have met. We have agreed. We have decided that we will agree to disagree. Now the situation is changed, and there is no acrimonious debate between the governor and the Chief Minister.
So you're saying all is well because the charges of a compromised federal structure at the behest of the governor office still is being laid by the TMC, where they say that you unilaterally use the constitutional post to appoint, and in the recent past, 10 vice-chancellors to state-run universities, which is the purview of the state government. And this is just one of the many examples where the government of West Bengal alleges the dilution of federalism.
This has been taken up by this government at that time in the Calcutta High Court. The Chief Justice himself has given the verdict that governor has, chancellor, not governor. Chancellor is the appointing authority, and government has no right to intervene and interfere in that. This is done by the High Court. I am not a higher court to comment on that.
Fair point, sir. The other charge, of course, is, was one on the celebration of West Bengal's Foundation Day, which the Chief Minister opposed, which you supported, which once again set the stage for a conflict between a constitutional post and an elected Chief Minister of a state.
That clearly exemplifies the role of the governor as a rainbow bridge between the center and the state. The center has instructed all governors to celebrate the Foundation Day of each state. As per instructions of the Government of India, it celebrated the Foundation Day of the state. For political reasons, the state government had a difference with the central government. They wanted another day. These are all matters that can be settled in an amicable manner after looking into all aspects of the case.
So what you're basically saying is that there is no conflict between the state government and the post of the governor that you hold. And this was one-off statement by a Kalyan Banerjee, one of the ministers in Mamata Banerjee's cabinet. That needs to be addressed and he needs to be charged with hate speech. You're looking at this as an individual statement?
There is difference of perception between the Government of India and the state government, between the governor and the Chief Minister. That is part of democracy. The balance which comes out of that. See, the elected Chief Minister need not have the same perception as a nominated governor. So we have agreed. I suggested, the Chief Minister agreed that let us agree to disagree. In the matter of administration, we have to agree to disagree. I am not willing for any compromise on matters of principle or the constitutional proprieties or the rule of law. Below that, whatever balance is required, I believe in balance, not in confrontation.
All right, sir. Thank you for taking the time out and joining us. But what is building up right now is a confrontation where you ask Kalyan Banerjee be charged of hate speech, but you say all is well between both offices. Thank you for taking the time out and joining us, sir. Appreciate it.